Welcome back. I'm here. I'm talking away with council member and pastor Charlie Winburn. You guys know Pastor Winburn, and also Amante Lacey, who is the creative worship leader.
Yes.
And we should say the creative worship director for Pastor Winburn's church is out there in the audience, and that's Juante Hall, and he's here as well. We didn't have him on camera this time, but we just want to make sure people know he's here. So there's so many exciting things happening. So tell us all about this, because your church is booming, and as I said, I ran into someone who said it's the Black Crossroads, meaning it's booming, it's big, and it's for everybody.
Yes, Jan. First of all, let me just thank you. And really, it's just great to be here with you today. And Amante Lacey, you're going to hear from him shortly.
Yeah.
But I want to thank Brian Tomes at Crossroads. He's one of the most phenomenal pastors that I know.
He and his team have built that church.
They really have.
They've done a phenomenal job.
And we've modeled Renew Community Church using Brian Tomes' concept. Brian indicated there's three things you've got to do. You have to have creative worship, which you got to have good music, good preaching, teaching. You must have excellence, first impressions, 0 to 18-year-old dynamic ministry, and I believe we're on our way to having all of that.
It certainly sounds like it.
Yes,
yeah.
And I just really appreciate the opportunity to be here. And we Mother's Day, we're going to be announcing our new worship leader, and he's right here with us, Amante Lacey.
And I work with Amante's uncle, Wade Lacey.
Right.
It's a really talented family. And we have to say, Amante has written songs for Grammy award-winning artists. You've got 2 recordings out. You've performed at Reverend T.D. Jake's church. So you've got a lot behind your name.
Yes, ma'am.
So the fact that you're here doing this is just great.
Yeah, it really is. Amante, why don't you tell me? Matter of fact, we have in the audience out here, our director of creative worship is Juante Hall.
Yeah,
and we get their names kind of, and then now we have Amante Lacey, who's our new worship leader, along with our Renew Community Church worship team. It's going to be dynamic.
I want to hear about this, especially the 65-minute service.
Yes.
Because people are a lot of folks are saying they don't want to be in church all day, and older people get kind of upset about that. But a lot of young folks are like, give me a quick service, inspire me, teach me, and let me out of there in about an hour.
Well, we get out, and I don't want to do all the talking here, but we get out. We start at 11:05, 11 o'clock each Sunday. We're out at 12:05. Pretty much on the dot. We've got coffee, we got cafe, got all the wonderful things that we have. But Amante Lacey, this coming Mother's Day at 11 o'clock, we're going to be suluting the mothers with music. Why don't you tell us about your coming to Cincinnati?
Well, I'm so excited. Being a worship leader, I've been doing it for a long time, probably about 10, 12 years, leading worship at churches. And I've always... I travel, I still tour full time, but I've always looked for a balance, being able to lead worship, also be on the road, but also have a home church where I can lead worship. So I'm looking forward to putting my stamp at Renew, and I believe that it should grow. It should be a church should always be growing. So I'm believing that it should grow, and we're going to be soliciting all singers, musicians, anyone in the Cincinnati area. We want them to come out, help us out, and try to go to that next level.
That's fantastic. Now, you also have a leadership academy.
Yes, our leadership academy.
You want to talk about that? Because that sounds really exciting.
I tell you, when you have Amante Lacey, our new creative worship director, and the Renew Community Church worship team, it's awesome. Brian Tome at Crossroads, that's what they believe in, is great worship and music. Now, guess what? Our church is also a leadership church. We are coming out with our new leadership academy. Matter of fact, if people want to know more about our leadership academy, it's to identify emerging leaders in the city of Cincinnati. And we're going to have corporations to sponsor 50 people that we're going to train, Sam Lynch and myself and other life coaches, for the next 2 years, so they can go to renewcommunitychurch.org, and find out more information about that.
That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Now, I should say, a lot of people know where Renew Community Church is, but give us that address to make sure that on Mother's Day and every Sunday thereafter, folks can find it.
Yes, on Mother's Day especially, I believe Sunday, May the 12th, I believe. Make sure we get that right. We start at 11 a.m. through at 12:05. Great salute to mothers with Amante, Lacey, and the Renew Community Church
Right.
worship team. We're located at 2129 West North Bend Road in College Hill. You can't miss us.
Easy to find.
We have a big sign out there that says Renew Community Church. And again, Jan, renewcommunitychurch.org, you can find all this information on there about Amante and what we're doing with our Leadership Academy. And then finally, how many more minutes
I want
do
to
we
hear
have?
about the 7
Yes.
steps to living a focused life.
Yes, we got a new book that
And
we're
this is something we can actually buy. We can buy this book.
It's
soon.
not ready yet. This
But
is
when
the
it's
manual.
ready. Okay.
Yes, and we're working with publishers now. It's called The 7 Steps to Living a Focused Life. And this book actually, Jan and Amante, is actually going to be used to fund our new Leadership Academy.
Wow.
So, matter of fact, can I just give you a few of the chapters here?
Yeah, give us a name, some steps.
Here's some steps. Okay, we have one called Encourage Thinking and Understand the Basic Law of Attraction. And under that it has what is the law of attraction, contrast versus clarity, deliberate creation. Then we have one called Establish Goals, 2020 Vision,
Wow.
creating a vision board. The next one is called Your Emotions, Your Feelings, and Positive Thoughts, how to deal with conflict and needs.
This sounds great.
Another one is Develop Your Effective Relationships, relationship advice on dating.
That is good. That
Yes,
is so great.
right.
Dating and people who are already
Yes.
in that committed relationship too. Oh, see, that's wonderful. So these are things you can actually use in your life.
Yes.
I want to congratulate you on growing
Thank
this
you.
church. Amante, I know the music is going to be
Yes.
fantastic. Juante, who's out there in the
Yes.
audience here. So the 65-minute service, people be there on Mother's Day, May 12th, 11 o'clock.
Great creative worship.
Renew Community
Great
Church.
worship. Great worship.
Okay, any
Yes.
phone number you want us to call for
Our
the
number
church?
is 681-3340, 681-3340, renewcommunitychurch.org, and it's going to be some dynamic worship here in Cincinnati.
All right, we'll link you through WLWT.com,
Yes.
and we'll have Pastor Winburn back to talk about politics another time.
That'll be
Thank you,
great.
both of you. We'll be back
Wonderful.
in just a moment.
Thank you.